Monster Jam!
We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness.
Edinburg, it is now time for the very first competition of the event, JCB Racing. Our 8 Monster Jam superstars have been seated into an order based on a random draw. Whoever can get around this track the fastest will claim the first 8 points of the event and the top spot on our leaderboard. So for the last time, Edinburg, who is ready for JCB Racing?
Hold to the track, keep up that energy for Mike Christensen in Vendetta. Mike Christensen in Vendetta, a veteran of the sport and plenty of seat time to tackle any track condition thrown his way. He came out the weekend on Friday with the second fastest racing time on the track. We'll see if he's able to get some luck here in the JCB Racing competition once again. Yesterday, Vendetta came out with the 6th fastest racing time. Today, we'll see if he can cross that line. The time for Mike Christensen in Vendetta is a 10.700. Once again, that time for Mike Christensen in Vendetta was a time of 10.700. Next, ready to pull to the line, make some noise for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Weston Anderson in Gravediggers walked away with the JCB Racing win 2 times. The time for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger is a 10.407. We have a new fastest time. Once again, that time for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger is a 10.407, which means he's currently in the lead with that time to beat. Next to the track, get those Toro horns ready for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. MJ Solorio and El Toro Loco coming out with the 4th fastest time yesterday of the pack, looking today to hopefully break through that top 3 onto that first place spot. Let's go racing! The time for MJ Solorio is a 10.759. Once again, that time for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco was a 10.759. Next to the track, put your hands together for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. Now, Mike Pagliarulo and Excalibur has walked away with the JCB Racing win Saturday morning. Looking to repeat that type of luck out on the track right here today. The time for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur is at 10.202. We have a new time to beat. Once again, that time for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur is the new time to beat, a time of a 10.202. Next to the track, she's hungry to take a bite out of the competition. Make some noise for Ashley Sanford in Megalodon. Ashley Sanford in Megalodon, no stranger to speed, as her background in racing comes from being the fastest on the track. Let's go green! Monster Jam fans, Ashley Sanford in Megalodon does unfortunately have that 5-second penalty added to her time. That great Monster Jam turn cone was knocked out of the parameter in her race pass, unfortunately making her time for the race a 16.089. A little bit of a tough go for Ashley Sanford in Megalodon, who did unfortunately suffer from that 5-second penalty being added on to her time. You can see there her time is a 16.089. If at any point during that race the turn cone right there is knocked out of its parameter, of course it does propose that threat of a 5-second penalty being added to that driver's time. Next up, ready to hit the track, make some noise for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit. Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit has proven herself one to watch as she's come out in the top 3 every single JCB Racing, one of the 3 top fastest times. Today, though, she's looking to break through those top 2 and go away with a win. The time for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit is at 10.945. Once again, that time for Ringling Bailey Circuit was a time of a 10.945. Next up, let's hear it for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken, though we've not seen him on top for the leaderboard so far, here enters into the racing competition, hoping to make it to that top 3. The time for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken is 11.315. Once again, that time for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken was 11.315. Next up, in our final driver to go, let's hear it for Dalton Widener in Shell Shocked. Dalton Widener has proven himself to be a great racer. He's proven to be fast on the track today. Looking to get that top spot, he needs a time faster than a 10.2. It's a tall order, but nothing that can make Dalton Widener back down. He pulls to the line. Let's go green! The time for Dalton Widener in Shell Shocked is a 10.792. Edinburg, that means your winner of the JCB Racing competition for the second time here this weekend. Make some noise for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur takes the racing win in the first 8 points of the event. This is racing win number 4 for him this year. He snagged the 8 points and proved he's got the fastest truck out on the track. Edinburg, one more time, your JCB Racing winner.
For the second time this weekend, ending up on the pod as the racing winner. All right, what did you change? Because you had a racing win, didn't have one after that, and now you came back with the last event.
Yeah, I think we had a little bit of different dirt last night, and this is pretty much the same amount of dirt and the right texture and the right slickness as I won the last one. So I just was like, hey, let's just go fast, and we got fast again, so we got one.
We love it. How is the track for the next competition in the two-wheel skills? Anything that you've learned so far being on this track that'll either help you or challenge you in the next competition?
Yeah, I've noticed the pod is kind of going down with the dirt. You know, it's kind of soft, so a lot of the jumps are not going to be as abrupt. So it might be a little harder to get the stoppie up, but we're going to try. We got the first 8 points of the competition. We're going to keep going on.
It's a solid spot to be in. One more time, Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur!
Monster Jam fans, take a look at the BKT overall event leaderboard. We've got Mike Pagliarulo in first place in Excalibur, Weston Anderson in second for Team Gravedigger, and Vendetta in third for Mike Christensen. Now, El Toro Loco, MJ Solorio currently in fourth, and you can see exactly how the points trickle down as we move on throughout the rest of the competition. But all of these drivers will have a chance at 8 more points coming up soon in the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. We're handing the scoring over to you, so get ready at judgeszone.com. I might just have the biggest Monster Jam fan joining me at the desk. Why don't you tell everybody, what's your name?
Ender!
You guys, I need you to match that energy. Give a big warm welcome for my friend. You guys make some noise.
Gravedigger got in first place, and I saw that, and I echoed so many things. It was so awesome.
Well, I am so glad you're having fun. I'm going to ask you to help me out, okay? We're going to put your eyes to the test. You got good eyes?
Yes?
Okay, perfect. Keep your eyes on the screen for me. We're going to see 3 trucks. It's El Toro Loco, Gravedigger, and Megalodon. You tell me, who do you think is going to win?
Gravedigger!
All right, Edinburg, who thinks Gravedigger is going to win? Okay, looks like some of your friends agree with you. Let's start the race. Ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Go!
All right, we are off on the race. Here we go. Around those corners. Now, buddy, I know those corners can be kind of tough for the racers.
Oh. Gravedigger's in first place.
Doing good.
Ultralook is in first place.
You're right, you're right. Around this corner. Now, this corner can be really tricky. Oh, no. You still think he can do it?
Yes.
Here we go.
He went around the corner.
Who won? Did you see who won?
Yes!
It's Gravedigger! Give me a high five, buddy. You did it so great.
Gravedigger's the winner!
You guys, I want you all to match his enthusiasm. And you know what? I got something for you for helping me out. I want to give you your very own Bailey. You are going to take that to match your hat. And I just want you to help me. We got to give a big send-off.
No, it's so fluffy.
You do get to take that home. Are you ready to have some more fun?
Yes.
All right, you guys, he's ready to go, but we've got plenty more action headed your way. Make sure you stop at the Monster Jam merchandise stands if you want to go home with a toy. You want to tell them to have some fun today?
Yes. Have some fun for Monster Jam!
You guys, give him a round of applause. I'm going to hand the mic over and maybe take a break for the rest of the event. It is time for the second competition of today's event. It's the two-wheel skills challenge, wherein each one of our competitors will have 2 attempts out on the track to pull off their craziest, most impressive maneuvers. Now, we want to see some stoppies, some poppers, some wheelies, maybe even a moonwalk or some combos. Either way, we want you all to be impressed because you are the official judges. Carlos, I know you're in the stands with the fans, and it's now is their time to become the official judges and decide the destiny of our drivers.
That's right, Keaton. I'm not going to lie, I got a little bit jealous of your last fan, so I decided to use strength in numbers. I found a crew that are going to help me out with this next thing. So the two-wheel skills challenge is about to go down. It's your time to shine. Judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. Go to that right now. Type in the code EDI because you guys are going to help judge every single one of our drivers and crown our winners. All right, you guys ready? Do you guys know what we're going to do? All right, ready? Who's ready for two-wheel skills?
First to the track, let's see those shark attacks ready for Ashley Sanford in Megalodon.
It's that time to shine and make some noise. Ashley Sanford, Megalodon. Judgeszone.com. Scoring is open. Scoring is open. Get them locked in. You only got a couple seconds left to lock in your score.
Ashley Sanford in Megalodon, absolutely tearing up the track and doing it in a fearless way. Going first is no easy feat, but nothing for this young woman. She's out on the track, tearing it up. Takes that shark up on 2 BKT tires, making it look easy. Now, this is also the first time you all get to score, and this score will set the bar for the rest of the competition. Let's check out the results. The score for Ashley Sanford in Megalodon is a 6.625 right now. That is the score to beat. Next to the track, make some noise for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken.
It's down. Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. Judgeszone.com, scan that QR code. Let us know what you thought of both of those hits.
Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken, getting squiddy with it out on the track, but also gunning for those top points. He knows he's up against Ashley Sanford in Megalodon, and coming out here looking to pull off 2 impressive maneuvers for you Monster Jam fans. Keep in mind, we want to keep into consideration the 2 attempts that each driver makes. So let's check out the results. We got the current score to beat, held by Ashley Sanford in Megalodon. It's a score of a 6.625. The score for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken is, it's a 5.522. Right now, that's good enough for second place. Next up, put your hands together for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Sending it to the sky on that last one. Make some noise, Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Couple of different attempts on that one, different approaches to the same obstacle. Let us know what you thought of that run on judgeszone.com.
Brianna Mahan and Ringling Bailey Circuit absolutely launching that pup through the skies here in the two-wheel skills competition. You see her approach there. There's so much control in her approach to those maneuvers, which I think pays off. But we're going to find out if you all thought it paid off. In just a few seconds, we're going to have your scores locked in, and we're going to go check out those results. The score for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit is an 8.667. That is the new score to beat. Next to hit the track, make some noise for Dalton Widener in Shell Shocked.
I don't know if you caught that last one, but the steering wheel was out the window. Insane stuff, awesome control, great balance. Dalton Widener, shell shocked. Scoring is open. Let us know, judgeszone.com.
Dalton Weiner in shell-shocked, absolutely showing off out there for you Monster Jam fans. A great display of that control. He's teetering on the edge, but never backs down. Absolutely defying gravity out on the track. Let's check out the scores. The current score to beat is currently held by Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit. It's a score of an 8.667. The score for Dalton Widener in shell-shocked is an 8.651. It is so close, but right now good enough for second place. Four trucks have competed and four still to come. Next to the track, make some noise for your JCB Racing winner, Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur.
And with that last attempt, scoring is open for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. You guys got less than 20 seconds left. Less than 20 seconds left.
Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur definitely looking to ride the wave of momentum. Comes out super confident with that first maneuver. You see him pop that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck up onto BKT tires like it's absolutely nothing. He's able to launch that up and then go into that second maneuver. And we're about to find out if you guys thought that it was enough. We got the scores locked in. The score for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur is a solid score is 7.018. Right now, good enough for third place. Next to the track, it's that black and green wrecking machine, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger.
All the way across the pod, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Scoring is open. Let them hear you and let them know at judgeszone.com.
Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Absolute madness on the track for you, Edinburg. Somebody needs to tell Weston this is the two-wheel skills challenge. He doesn't need to go just on one BKT tire during that maneuver. Absolute insanity, but proving he's got absolute control over that Monster Jam truck every single time. But let's check it out. We've got that current score to beat held by Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit. Her score is a score of an 8.667. The score for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger is a 9.006. We have a new leader. But next to the track, this competitor looks to change that. It's Mike Christensen in Vendetta.
Willie all the way across the pod for Mike Christensen in Vendetta. QR code is up. Lock in your scores. EDI. Lock in your scores.
Monster Jam fans, Mike Christensen in Vendetta is absolutely tearing up the track here, but you see him battling track conditions just a little bit, but you can also see insight to what a smart driver he is on that second maneuver when he feels that track not getting the bite he needs with those BKT tires. You see him launch across the pod, determined to make a move out of that second maneuver. It's a really smart driving by Mike Christensen, but let's check out the scores. The score for Mike Christensen in Vendetta is... it's a 5.496. Right now, that's good enough for 7th place. Last but not least, get those Toro horns ready for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco.
This crazy bull cannot be tamed. MJ Solorio and Toro Loco. Last truck to score in the two-wheel skills challenge. Judgeszone.com.
Edinburg, what did you think of MJ Solorio? That is absolute insanity from this young man. I mean, two-wheel skills, we saw 2 successful maneuvers. He just kept doing it for you guys. Absolutely pushing it and pushing that truck, but maintaining control the entire time. We saw a crazy maneuver, but what we saw was a driver in control of that truck and making it work to his advantage. I think we saw like 5 saves in that one maneuver, but it all comes down to your scores. For the 4th time here this weekend, it comes down to Weston Anderson and Gravedigger and MJ Solorio. Weston Anderson and Gravedigger currently with that score to beat. He's got a score of a 9.006. The score for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco is a 9.453. Your winner of the two-wheel skills challenge for the 3rd time here this weekend, MJ Solorio.
The battle between you and Gravedigger has been so fun to watch. Okay, just take us through what in the world was that?
Honestly, I don't even know what the heck that was. You know, me and Weston have been going at it all weekend long. He likes to say that it's Gravedigger country. But I tell you what, right here in Edinburg, Texas, this is El Toro country, baby. Hey, what'd you guys think, Edinburg? Y'all having fun?
So you were able to pull off a combination. That's been something that the other drivers have kept trying. It hasn't really worked on both sides of the pod, so you took it off of the pod and you pulled off an incredible moment. Did you have that plan? Did you know you had to strategize being off the pod, or was that just spur of the moment?
Honestly, that last bit of that was not planned at all. My goal was to try and get, we call it a butt smack, honestly, where you get the back end to smack down and catch the combo again. Didn't really work out. Managed to get the butt up in the air and revved it back. Caught a combo back there, and I was going to try and catch it again. Fell a little short, but hey, once it started getting a little crazy, I just had to tell myself to calm down, let the truck do what it wanted to do. Not gonna lie, when that hood crunched, I thought I was going over, but we managed to pull it out. A toda mi gente, ese fue para ustedes. Te digo, soy el único latino aquí este fin de semana, representando a todos ustedes y todos esos niños que tienen un sueño, porque yo empecé como todos ustedes. If you guys were here during trackside and during pit party, I told you guys I wasn't gonna be happy unless that truck was tore up and the horns were knocked off of it. Well, I'm halfway there, but hey, we got freestyle next. Hold on tight, baby, because that body's already tore up. It's about to get a whole lot crazier. Let's have some fun.
One more time, MJ Solorio and Toro Loco.
So much action already underway, 2 competitions down, which means it's time for Monster Jam halftime. Right now, we want to encourage all of you to get up out of your seats, stretch your legs, maybe get a snack or a drink on the concourse, but definitely check out our Monster Jam merchandise stands where you can check out the latest Spin Master diecast trucks. And we've got so much to offer on the concourse, but you're going to also want to make your way back to your seats. At the end of halftime, we have got some really fun stuff headed your way. Not only will Carlos be giving us the halftime report brought to you by Northern Tool Equipment, but we're also going to get to see the 4 freestyle motocross daredevils battle it out in the best trick competition. We've got that and more Monster Jam action headed your way after halftime. Edinburg, are you ready to meet the Monster Jam freestyle motocross stars? Make some noise for Nick Desmond, TJ Tiffany, AJ Rosebrill, and Cameron Sepulveda.
That's right, Key. In Edinburg, for one last time this weekend, you're about to see some of the highest flying, craziest acrobatics that you're going to see being thrown down on this track. Here's the way it's going to work. Our 4 motocross riders, our freestyle motocross riders, are going to fly across this track a couple of times, get you warmed up, give you a preview of what they're going to show you later on. Then they're going to jump into the best trick competition, where you will crown our winner. Looks like they're getting ready to go. Let's see what they got. Up first, that was Nick Desmond. Make some noise, TJ Tiffany. Coming in at number 3, AJ Rosebrill. And the winner of every single competition so far, Cameron Sepulveda. Upright variations, different sorts of acrobatics. All these guys are some of the most creative in the business. Let's go Slammin' Salmon from TJ Tiffany. AJ Rosebrill bringing his talents all the way from Chicago, Illinois. Cameron so far, 3 out of 3. Can he make it 4? It's up to you guys to decide later on. One-handed Indy from our upright specialist, Nick Desmond. I think he took a little nap up there with the lazy boy, TJ Tiffany. The extension on the cliffhanger. I'm telling you, man, the creativity doesn't stop. We got a couple more warm-up tricks. Be ready, we're gonna need you guys. The first backflip of the evening. Not to be left behind, another backflip from Cameron. All right, you guys liking that so far? Took us a little bit, but we got there. All right, now it's time to get serious. This is the best trick competition. You've been using judgeszone.com all event long. You're gonna use it one more time to crown our winner. Each one of these riders will have one attempt to fly across this pod and impress you with the coolest trick they got. Once they hit that landing pad, judgeszone.com, scoring will be open, and then it's up to you to decide our winner. Riders, are we ready? Are we warmed up? Edinburg, are we ready and warmed up? Then let's get the FMX Best Trick Competition ready to roll.
Up first, make some noise for Nick Desmond. Nick Desmond is from Norfolk, Massachusetts, and he's been riding with Monster Jam, bringing all his talents for 4 years. In his life, he's been riding a total of 19, but today he's bringing you his best trick on his Yamaha YZ250.
The man soars through the air. Make some noise, Nick Desmond. Couple seconds left. First competitor to go. What did you think? Set the bar, Edinburg, at judgeszone.com.
Nick Desmond absolutely fearlessly tackling, being the first one up the ramp for the best trick competition, as he's done all weekend. We're going to see exactly what you all thought of his best trick. The score for Nick Desmond is a solid score at 8.162. That is the score to beat. Up next, let's hear it for TJ Tiffany. TJ Tiffany's from Orlando, Florida. He's an international stunt rider, and he's been a part of some of the highest grossing movies in America, such as Bad Boys for Life and Avengers Endgame. You might even catch him on this season of Outer Banks. Today, he's bringing you his best trick on his Kawasaki KX450.
Perfect execution on the backflip, TJ Tiffany. Is it enough? Do you guys like the backflip? Do you like the rock solid? You decide at judgeszone.com.
TJ Tiffany looking to take out his good friend and competitor Nick Desmond with that crazy move here for the best trick competition. Let's see if he did enough. That current score to beat right now is held by Nick Desmond. It's a score of an 8.162. The score for TJ Tiffany is... That's an 8.357. We have a new leader. Next to hit the ramp, make some noise for AJ Rosebrill. AJ Rosebrill is from Chicago, Illinois. He's been riding for a total of 25 years, but bringing his talents professionally for a total of 16. He's taken his talents around the nation and even around the globe when he spent a year to ride in China, bringing his talents all down to this moment right here on his Kawasaki 450.
AJ Rosebrill! 3 competitors, 3 different tricks. Telling you, Edinburg, I got the most important job in the building. JudgesZone.com. Scoring is open.
AJ Rosebrill throwing out a whip, one of my absolute favorites to see in the best trick competition. He knows maybe by adding that little edge that might get him that top score. We've got that official score locked in, so let's check out the results. The score currently being held by TJ Tiffany for the score to beat. It's a score of an 8.357. The score for AJ Rosebrill is... That's an 8.635. We have a new leader. But Edinburg, we still have one rider remaining. Make some noise for Cameron Sepulveda. Cameron Sepulveda is from Daytona, Florida, and he's taken his talents to Monster Jam for the very first time this year, 2025. He's been riding freestyle motocross for a total of 2.5 years, and he's been able to walk away the best trick winner 3 times here this weekend. He's bringing you his best trick on his Yamaha YZ250.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. He's gunning for 4 out of 4. It's Cameron Sepulveda. That's it. That is it. Last time, JudgesZone.com. Score now, score now.
Cameron Sepulveda absolutely throwing down mayhem and madness and absolute insanity on the track. A celebratory dance, and you're going to need it after a crazy best trick like that. So we officially have your scores locked in. This is the closest we've ever been to announcing the winner of the best trick competition. Now, Cameron Sepulveda is up against that score to beat right now, held by AJ Rosebrill. AJ's got a score of an 8.635. The score for Cameron Sepulveda is... a 9.872. Edinburg, for the 4th time here this weekend, your winner of the best trick competition is Cameron Sepulveda.
A huge congratulations to Cameron. We'll be talking to him in a little bit, but we've got one more thing to do. This is the FMX Grand Finale. Our riders are going to line up back to back to back to back and fly across this pod doing some awesome tricks to finish off this weekend here in Edinburg. All right, you guys ready for the Grand Finale? Let's make some noise for US FMX! All right, here we go. They're lining up. They're getting ready. Once they launch off this ramp, I need you guys to get loud. One down. but they're turning around. They got more in store, Edinburg. Double grabs, indies, all sorts of variations, all for you guys. But they're coming back. They got one more. All right, Monster Jam fans, we're going to help them out with this one. We're going to wait for them to get set, and we're going to give them one more time, right? We're going to cheer them on. One more time. One more time! One more time! One more time! And there you have it! Nick Desmond, TJ Tiffany, AJ Rosebrill, and your winner, Cameron Sepulveda. Cameron, 4 competitions and 4 wins, 4 trips to the pod. Are you pumped to take home the clean sweep?
Oh yeah, super exciting. First time in this venue and taking home every win, so can't be more excited about it.
You seem to have figured this out. You told us, I think yesterday, that a little bit goes into choosing which tricks you do, right? You kind of feel out the moment and make it happen. Is that what made you choose that trick tonight?
Yeah, we were kind of talking about it on the pod, and I was trying to figure out what I should do. And KOD flip's one of my favorite tricks to do, and the crowd loves it. You're going so far away from the bike when you're going upside down, and it's a pretty exciting trick to watch. So yeah, just threw it down the best I could today and came out with the win.
You do it for the fans, and they love you back. Make some noise, Cameron Sepulveda. Edinburg, this is the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle.
Scoring is open. Mike Christensen in Vendetta tearing up the track. Edinburg, we heard you loud and clear. But right now you see those ribbon boards turn red. You see that QR code. That's your cue to head on over to judgeszone.com. Remember, this is your final time to score Mike Christensen in Vendetta. And what a fantastic start to the freestyle competition we've got with him. He fills the entire freestyle clock. He takes advantage of multiple obstacles. We see a little bit of crazy maneuvers there and a lot of speed. So you all get to decide exactly where that stands on your score, because it's your scores that determine our driver's destiny. We've got it locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Mike Christensen in Vendetta is It's a 6.487 right now. That is the score to beat. Next to hit the track, they call him the Calamari Kid. Make some noise for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Monster Jam fans, as we prepare to move on to Monster Jam Freestyle, it is up to Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken to get a higher score than that 6.487. Monster Jam fans, you can see we're ready to unleash the Monster Jam action as it continues. But don't forget, you can always visit monsterjam.com. If you're looking for more excitement, you can head there for all the latest news, kids activities, exclusive merch, and so much more. You can find everything that you need at monsterjam.com, whether that's the action from the upcoming shows to in-depth truck and driver information, behind-the-scenes content, and so much more. You can visit monsterjam.com today and maybe even purchase your tickets to Monster Jam World Finals happening this July 2026, 4th of July weekend. Monster Jam fans, as we get ready to crown a freestyle winner, we also have to take a look at the St. Jude ambassador of the event. You can see right now MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco is giving Ashley Sanford a run for her money. But you, by just donating $1 of your very own money, could have a say in who walks away the St. Jude ambassador of the event. Take your phones out, scan this QR code, and pick one of the 8 drivers we've got here in the lineup. Even if by a couple cents your driver beats out another driver, then they will be crowned the St. Jude ambassador of the event. Friendly reminder that all of the proceeds go directly to St. Jude as we in Monster Jam help them fight childhood cancer. But right now, could be anybody's game, but it's El Toro Loco and Jay Solorio in the lead. So if you want to secure his spot as St. Jude ambassador of the event, then make sure you maybe even just donate $1, donate a couple cents, whatever it is that can make a difference, not only in crowning your favorite driver, but of course, making a difference in a family's life affected by childhood cancer.
Monster Jam fans, I've got my buddy Ethan here with a Megalodon die cast. We got any Megalodon fans in the house? There we go. It took them a little bit to get going, but they're here. They're supporting you. All right, so it's time for you to play Monster Jam trivia. So we're going to put your Monster Jam knowledge to the test. Bird Dog and Arena, if you guys know the answer to this question, help him out, because he might walk away with a prize. All right, Ethan, are you ready for your question?
Yes.
All right, let's check out the video board. So a Monster Jam truck weighs about 12,000 pounds. That's about the same weight as one of these objects. Edinburg, what do you guys think? Shout it out. All right, who thinks it's A? What about B? Any C's in the house? What about a cruise ship? I know these Monster Jam trucks are really big. Let's see, what do we got? All right, I think I've given you enough time to think. I think you got this. You got this, Ethan?
Yes.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
A.
Is that your final answer?
Z.
Which one is your final answer?
B. Z.
We're going to go with C. That was the one you said the most confident. Let's find out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I was looking at your little collection of toys over here. I saw you had a Monster Jam flag. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to add to that collection with your very own Gravedigger Monster Jam flag. Can you grab that? Go ahead and wave it around. Can we make some noise for Ethan?
Edinburg, we're ready to get back to the freestyle action. So make some noise for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken.
There we go. That'll do it for the last time on this track. Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. If you want to see the Ink Master on the top of the leaderboard, go to judgeszone.com.
You got to have respect for a driver who's got to sit strapped in, ready to go, and then deliver a run like that. Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. We see him adding some two-wheel skills into that freestyle, which I love to see up on the pod. He's got that Kraken up on 2 BKT tires, and we saw a lot of big air from him as well. So we're going to see exactly where that stands up against the competition. The score for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken is a 7.254. Edinburg, we have a new leader. Next at the track, make some noise for Dalton Widener in Shell Shocked.
The Armored Turtle makes some noise. Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked. Let's see what you guys thought of that run at judgeszone.com. Only a couple seconds left to lock in your score.
Dalton Widener in Shell Shocked, coming out for freestyle and doing it determined to get your top scores. You see him slide easily through those maneuvers, but also adding in a little two-wheel skills challenge there as well. He's fighting for that top score, so let's see if you all think he did enough. He's up against that current score to beat held by Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken, which is a score of a 7.254. The score for Dalton Widener in Shell Shocked is a 7.422. Not by much, but it's enough to take the new score to beat. Next at the track, your JCB Racing winner, Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. Monster Jam fans, sometimes here we talk about being at the mercy of our Monster Jam trucks, and right now you're seeing it in action. Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur, I am just getting word from our Monster Jam officials, is unable to continue. We are pushing these Monster Jam trucks to the limit, and that's exactly what's happened in the freestyle competition here for Mike Pagliarulo, but because he was unable to fill at least 15 seconds of the clock, he unfortunately is not eligible for a score. It's a tough go for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur, and I know what type of competitor he is. He's doing it all for you Monster Jam fans. So let's give him just one big round of applause for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur.
Monster Jam fans, I'm here with my buddy Aaron, who's going to go head-to-head with one of our Monster Jam drivers. Check this out. This is what's on the line. Your very own Megalodon plushie. You're going to have to take this out of the hands of one of our Monster Jam drivers, and we're going to help you out. So, your task is you have to name as many animals as possible in 15 seconds. Do you think you can do that?
Yes.
All right, we got 15 seconds on the clock. Lock in 3, 2, 1, go.
Cat, dog, mouse, frog, elephant, shark, goldfish, jellyfish, lion, tiger, bird, bear.
And that will do it. A score of 12. Give me 5, sir. Bam. All right. I think you're going to win, but we'll just let him try anyway. What does that mean?
I win.
You won, sir. One more high five. And you're going to walk away with your very own Megalodon plushie. Even your friends over here are pumped. Bert Ogden, can we make some noise for Aaron?
Next competitors ready to hit the track. Let's see those shark attacks for Ashley Sanford in Megalodon. Edinburg, she just pulled off the Morgan and Morgan backflip.
Monster Jam fans, make some noise! Ashley Sanford throwing down the freestyle of the weekend. My goodness. You guys better get to Judges Zone right now and lock in those scores.
Edinburg, Ashley Sanford laying down the Morgan & Morgan backflip for you. Absolute insanity. Monster Jam fans, you gotta know it is a big risk to start your freestyle off with a Morgan & Morgan backflip, but Ashley Sanford looked that directive in the eye fearlessly. She said, I'm doing it. She went out there, does a backflip in the beginning of her run, lands it perfectly, and if that wasn't enough, she's able to deliver an insane freestyle run, 2 crazy saves on top of it. Man, oh man, a tough job you've got being the official judges. But as we get Megalodon back on all 4 wheels right here in the Bird Ogden Arena, Ashley Sanford stays in her truck waiting with bated breath. She is up against that current score to beat right now with Dalton Widener in shell shocked, holding that score to beat. He's got a score of a 7.422. The score for Ashley Sanford in Megalodon is a 9.597. Edinburg, that takes the lead, and that is the highest freestyle score of the weekend. Ashley Sanford secures her spot with a 9.597, currently in first for the freestyle competition.
Monster Jam fans, check out the video board. It's time for the Monster Jam Helmet Shuffle. Follow that trophy. We're almost there. Shout it out. What do we think? 1, 2, or 3? Not under number 3. It's not under number 2. If you chose number 1, great job. You are the winner. I think it's time to get back to the action. What do you guys think? A continuación, tenemos a MJ Solorio, el Toro Loco. That will do it. Make some noise, MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco. You got a couple seconds left. Was that enough to take the last freestyle win of the weekend? You can decide at judgeszone.com.
MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco showing off his master control of that Monster Jam truck here in freestyle. So far this weekend, he's been able to take the win twice in this competition. So I know he's up against a tough run, but he tackled that. Absolutely no pressure on this young man. And we have your scores officially locked in. So the score for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco is a solid score, a 7.515. Right now, that is good enough for second place. Next to the track, make some noise for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit.
That will do it. Sky high, rolling it over, putting it all on the line for you fans. Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit absolutely had us on the edge of our seats there. I mean, taking that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck around the track. She's absolutely not afraid of that throttle, but you see her, she takes control of the truck, almost able to save that last move. Seems proud of that run, and I can completely understand exactly why. But it comes down to your scores. So let's check it out. The current score to beat right now held by Ashley Sanford in Megalodon. She's got a score of a 9.597. The score for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit is a solid score, an 8.668. Right now, that is good enough for second place. Monster Jam fans, as we move on throughout the freestyle competition, you can see the BKT overall event leaderboard. Now this comes into serious play as we total the points in the freestyle competition, as well as JCB Racing and the two-wheel skills challenge. But one thing to keep in mind, Weston Anderson still in first place, may be able to be in contention for that overall event championship if he remains consistent. Having that points lead is absolutely an advantage. Same thing goes for MJ Solorio and El Toro Loco. He might be able to catch up, take the lead, even though he's just only won one competition here today. Ringling Bailey Circuit, Brianna Mahan may have just broken herself out of that fourth place tie with her freestyle score. But as we total the scores with our Monster Jam officials, you fans just need to know it comes down to the freestyle scores. And we've seen it before where maybe 1/100th of a point is what separates that driver from taking home the trophy and the driver who walks away with second place. So make sure you've got your smartphones ready because your scores absolutely matter. matter. We've seen it before. You might even be able to break your favorite out of the running and the lineup in the BKT overall event leaderboard. Keep this in mind as you're scoring our Monster Jam Superstars in the freestyle competition. Your scores absolutely matter. You might be the one fan that makes a difference between your driver taking home that competition win and taking home the overall event championship. Next up, let's hear it for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger.
Edinburg, what did you think of that? Absolutely insane. I don't think I've ever seen that in an arena ever in my entire life. Get to judgeszone.com. Send it.
Edinburg, Weston Anderson taking Gravedigger 37 for a spin for the final time, and absolutely looking to make it worth it for you Monster Jam fans. You saw that crazy, insane, absolutely diabolical save at the end, and that's exactly what Weston Anderson does. He gives the rest of the competition a run for their money, and we're going to see exactly what he did here today. He's up against that score to beat by Ashley Sanford in Megalodon. It's a score of a 9.597. The score for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger is a solid score, an 8.925. That means your winner of the freestyle competition is Ashley Sanford in Megalodon. Ashley Sanford in Megalodon adds 8 more points to her overall score, but was it enough? Your overall event champion today earned 7 points in the JCB Racing competition, the two-wheel skills challenge, and the freestyle competition. With a total of 21 overall event points, your BKT overall event champion is Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Number 58 of the year for Weston Anderson and Team Gravedigger.
Where's the rest of the Gravedigger team? There we go. Come on down, celebrate this win with Weston Anderson and the retirement of this particular Gravedigger. As we see it in the background right now, you're just creating obstacles out of things that shouldn't be that way. Did you knew you had to throw down for the last time in this Gravedigger?
Absolutely, man. Like I said earlier, this truck right here was the turning point in my career. And I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going to get a little bit emotional talking about it right now, man. This truck right here has led me to 4 series championships, back to back to back to back, man. And it's insane how much a truck can make a difference. You know what? We sent off 37 pretty good this weekend. We're getting 45 in a couple weeks, and we're going to keep driving as crazy as we can. I have the best of the best right here, man. Chandler West, Billy Medicine Crow, these guys bust their butts each and every single day to get this Gravedigger truck on the track so you fans could get a show like you just did. Thank you, guys. I love you, Edinburg.
One more time, your overall event champion, Weston Anderson and Team Gravedigger. We are absolutely doing this interview because holy smokes, what in the world? Okay, first of all, I have to ask you, you threw that backflip way early in your run. What was the thought process behind that?
You know what? I wanted to do something I have never done before, and you guys right here had me so amped up earlier in pit party, I felt it in my bones. I was like, we're gonna nail this backflip. First try, and from what I've heard, I might have been the first female to ever do that and continue on in the run, so I'm so stoked about that. Girl power, but hey, I wanna give a big yeah, girl power, yes! But also, big thanks to all our hardworking technicians, but especially this guy right here, my crew chief, Tyler Carroll. He gave me all the energy I needed to get into that. And as soon as I landed that backflip, he was screaming in my ear, so I just went psycho after it. And it was so much fun, but truly couldn't have done it with all of you guys and all your support. So one more time for the ladies and all the Shark fans, I love you guys.
One more time, your freestyle winner, Ashley Sanford and Team Megalodon.
A big congratulations to all of our winners here in our final event. And of course, a big congratulations to our St. Jude ambassador of the event, MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco is the St. Jude ambassador of our final event here in the Burt Ogden Arena. We want to thank all of you for coming out to this very special Monster Jam event. The first time in history Monster Jam takes over the Burt Ogden Arena. You all are going down in the history books with us. So we want to thank you whether you tuned into the live stream or came right here to the event. We couldn't do it without our Monster Jam fans. Make sure on your way out to stop at our Monster Jam merchandise stands so you can take home the latest Spin Master diecast truck in a perfect way to remember this day together. We want to thank you for spending your Sunday with us, and on behalf of my entire team, my co-host Carlos Sparks, my name is Keaton Stewart, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.